Okay guys, well welcome back, and I've shown you some of the techniques I use on actually capturing the 360. So now I'm going to show you how I do everything in post. And here's a screenshot right now of the first image that you saw me take. This is how everything is going to look. Well, let's go to preview mode so you can see it a little better. There you go. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the tripod and shadows and everything like that. Okay, so let's get started, and we're going to be using Affinity Photo to start out with. So let's open up our first image, and we are going to go up to the layer menu here, live projection and equilateral projection. And by doing that, it gives you the full 360 view of how the end product should look like. But as you notice, we have the tripod along with the shadow from the tripod, and we're going to remove that. I'm going to show you how I remove it. There's going to be many different ways you can do this. You can use the healing brush tool, which would probably take a little less time, but the healing brush tool doesn't always do the best job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be exporting this frame out of here and bring it into Photoshop and using the AI tool within Photoshop. So let's get started. So we're going to export this as a PNG. So file, export, and that's going to be for the Affinity folder. I've created 4 folders here: Affinity, the final, PS is Photoshop, and there are all the raws. I'm not going to go over the editing of everything within Lightroom or how I got the pictures. This is just to assemble the actual virtual 360 tour. So that's been exported. Let's go bring up Photoshop, and here we have the file. So I'm going to just take my lasso tool, and I'm going to do a rough outline of the area that I want affected. Okay, let's draw around that. Okay, you have your little marching ants over there. We're going to right click, generative fill. Then you're going to provide a prompt to it. Now on Photoshop's website, it does say not to use terms like remove and things like that, but I've always found that it works pretty well. Remove tripod and the shadow. Make sure I spell everything. Yep. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, and there you go. It's done a decent job. I mean, we can go to this one. You can see the shadow changes a little bit from the tree. I mean, any of them will really work. I'm just going to go with the first one here. And that looks good to me. So we're done with that. So we're going to export this. Export as a quick PNG, because we have to bring that back into Affinity Photo. So I'm going to use my Photoshop file. Now let's navigate back to Affinity Photo. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier on, you do not want to touch this. You want to keep this, the frame, how it is, exactly where it is. You don't want to move anything around, because when we re-import this in there, it has to match up. Otherwise, it's not going to align correctly. I'm just going to bring it in here. There we go. You want to make sure that you have snapping up here enabled. And then I'm just going to hit the V, which is my cursor over here, and that allows me to move. And as you move it, you'll see it snap into place. So it's perfectly aligned. So we have that on there. Now we want to come over here to the layers panel. We want to merge the layers down. You can right click, hit merge layers, merge down. The shortcut for that is Apple E if you're using a Mac. Okay, so you can see that the layers have been merged down. So now we're going to check it out. Go back to live view, edit projection, and here we go. There you go. We're back into the 360 mode. As you can see, it's done a pretty good job of removing the tripod and the shadow. So I'm happy with that. Everything looks good there. All right, so the important thing now is to exit out of projection mode. So go back to layer, live projection, remove projection. And this is where we started, and this is the file you want to export out of Affinity Photo. So, and this time we're just going to export it as a JPEG. And this is going to be in the final. I'm going to put that in my final folder. And this is going to be, label this as the front porch. Okay. That one is exporting. So once that's done, I am going to bring this into the software which I'm using to assemble all this, and which is the CloudPano software. This is I think it's one of the better 360 softwares on the market. I haven't played with too many, but this one checks all the boxes I need. You can have your floor plans, you can do many different things, but I'm not going to go into that. So we're just going to add the scene to it. Navigate back over here. There it is, front porch. Open that. It's going to import it in. As you can see, it is importing. Give it some time. Upload. There you go. File has been uploaded. So here we go. And we're going to create a hotspot over here. So let's link hotspot right over there. And that is going to be hotspot. And we're going to link it to the front porch here. There you have many options over here. Save hotspot, and there you go. So as you navigate, let's go check it out. Yep, there we go. And let's set our initial view as right there. There you go. So when we go back, we got to link the hotspot also to the original one. And yep, front there, save hotspot. There you go. And let's go over to that. And it goes back to the front view. Let's go over here. There we go. All right, so I hope this helped. Remember, this is how I do it. There's many other ways you can probably do this, but I'm just showing you the techniques that I use. If there's anything else that you find you've found is more efficient or a better way to do it, please let me know in the comment section. Hopefully it helps someone. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But I'm going to continue on editing the rest of these, and I will be back to show you the final tour.